Uno dei più grandi costruttori di imbarcazioni a livello
One of the world's biggest boat builders, Ferretti, which boasts various brands, including Ferretti yachts, has in the past few years been evolving its range. The models are growing in size and importance, and now there's more good news.
Ferretti ha scelto di portare le innovazioni e lo sviluppo compiuto sui grandi modelli anche su imbarcazioni.
Ferretti has chosen to carry over their innovative development from the larger models to the smaller ones, like the Ferretti 550. So now, if you want to buy a Ferretti, you can, starting at 55 feet, which is about 17 meters.
The
designer has stayed faithful to the company's concept of the flying bridge, which is the best as it offers more space, more possibilities. But it needs to be nice looking and stable too, as if we were in a coupe. So the upper bridge is well entrenched in the profile lines. There's no high upper structure, so the boat's balance point doesn't change. There's no doubt about the designer's elegant style. The long windows over the bridge above and below deck are functional and aesthetically pleasing too. Even the portholes are padded satin for the ultimate in luxury. But how well does it perform?
Spesso un 55 piedi viene pilotato dallo stesso armatore, che apprezzerà senz'altro questa visuale completa.
Usually a 55-footer is driven by someone who appreciates all this, the easy readable instruments, the chair with both back and height adjustments.
Il Ferretti 550 è equipaggiato con due motori Cummins da 715 cavalli. È lungo.
The Ferretti 550 is decked out with two 715 horsepower Cummins engines. It's 16 meters long and 4 meters 82 wide, and with an average load, like now, it weighs 27.5 tons. This means that there's a weight-to-power ratio of above 19 kilos per horsepower. But what does that mean? It means they've chosen a sensible power potential, not a ridiculous one. Maybe so costs and consumption are kept down.
Chi naviga con questi motori yacht sa perfettamente che le caratteristiche più importanti da...
Whoever sails these yachts will know that the most important characteristics to check for are comfort, noise, how it holds the route and its cruising speed, at a maximum of 25 knots. If you need to go faster, you'll need to use more horsepower, which hardly ever happens, by the way.
Siamo usciti dal porto di Cannes, sulla Costa Azzurra, e ci siamo...
We've left the port of Cannes on the Côte d'Azur, and we're heading onto the open seas to find some waves. Here they're effectively over a metre, and we're going the slowest speed possible for planing, 13 knots with engines doing 1,550 revs per minute.
1430 cavalli per un'imbarcazione di questa dimensione.
1,430 horsepower for a boat of this size isn't much, and I can feel the push is already enough now.
Stiamo navigando.
We're going against the tide and the wind too.
Mi sono portato al regime di 2000 giri minuto e siamo
I have brought it up to 2,000 revs a minute. We're going 19.5 knots, and right now we're consuming about 9.5 litres of petrol for every mile.
L'assetto della barca non è cambiato.
The boat's axis hasn't changed, and it seems that the dead rise angle might just match anything the sea can throw at it. I haven't needed to adjust the flaps, which is another positive thing.
Il dato da verificare era questo: 25 nodi.
The figures to note are 25 knots, 2,300 engine revs, which is maximum cruising speed, and we're using 10.5 litres of petrol a mile.
Adesso impostiamo una virata sotto l'onda.
So let's go into a turn now, on the wave, to see what it's like. We'll see better here from the fly.
La scia ci dice che l'evoluzione
The wake tells us that the boat's evolution, that is the complete rotation, was quite narrow and the lateral inclination isn't really much. So let's go as fast as we can now then.
Giocando un po' con gli interceptor,
Playing a bit with the interceptor, we can get to a maximum of 28 knots.
abbiamo ancora un dato.
And we've just got one more thing to check out. What are the noise levels like? And for that, we need to go inside.
Per capire se si può
To
dormire.
understand if you'd be able to sleep while the boat is under sail, I've come down to the main cabin, where, at low revs, the noise meter reads 66 to 67 dBA. So yes, we can dream sweet dreams. The oral comfort test has been more than passed, because even if we are at just cruising speed, noise is just above 70 dBA, right here in the driver's seat, as well as everywhere in the living area. We're going to stop for a little while now so we can have a look at the boat. On the fly, the sun deck is on the roof of the deckhouse to make best use of the structure without any additions. The driver's seat has become an integral part of the living area, which can host up to about 8 people. The area can be covered with a bimini or a hardtop. The kitchen unit can be stocked up how you want it. The lowered roll bar gives character, but again, doesn't affect the balance of the boat.
Un buon comandante dovrebbe sempre
A
ricordare.
good captain will always remind his guests where the life rafts are. They're under here, a little hidden. On the main bridge outside, you can have lunch, even up at the bow. In a lounge which has facing sofas and a disappearing fold-out table,
Il prendisole è nel vertice, perché in questo modo con
the sun deck is at the highest point, so, particularly here, there's great headroom in the cabin below. At the stern, the cockpit is comfortable, entirely protected overhead, and to make the space bigger, they've designed a quite unique extended space that has a big storage locker inside. Or it could be a crew cabin. The platform goes down about a metre underwater, so you can tie up a tender easily, and you climb aboard easily as there's an underwater ladder too. This model is for the international market and has modern furniture that reminds us just how fresh the whole design is. But to appreciate the innovative style, don't just look at the furniture and its vintage touches. Look at the different levels and shapes around the windows, and the ceilings too. Look at the LED lights. The furniture continues all the way to the cockpit, so the interior and exterior are one. The teak flooring extends from the cockpit throughout the kitchen and central area, the living and dining areas. There are 2 armchairs on the side with a small table, but all of that can be substituted with a long sofa, and everywhere you sit you can see the sea.
Sulla descrizione dei decori sono un po'.
I'm having a problem with the decor description though. Maybe needs a stylist opinion. It says that contrasts of colour, fabrics and lacquer are in the solidified lava colour. Solidified lava? The kitchen, according to the new thing to do, is at the stern, which means it's easy to serve food for the cockpit too. It's well organised with pre-moulded cupboards for the glassware. Below deck there are 3 cabins. The main one is in the centre and a lot bigger than cabins on similar sized boats. There's a large storage area under the window, and on the opposite side there's the eating area with 2 chairs and a square table. Then, like the bigger yachts, there's a dressing table at the entrance, 2 wardrobes, 1 each. Then we have a look at the headboard with its interesting fabric, pattern and stitching on the diagonal. The bathroom design is original too, and the ceramic on the shower is lovely. The VIP cabin at the bow is memorable for its height. There are 2 wardrobes, a vanity bureau and direct access to the bathroom. There are 3 potential layouts for the lower bridge, either with 3 cabins or 3 bathrooms. But then there's the version made especially for the Asian market, with a kitchen and living area that can be made into a business space instead of a guest cabin.
Il Ferretti 550 è un compendio di idee, una sintesi di qualità. Mette insieme l'indiscussa funzionalità del flying bridge con la linea affilata.
The Ferretti 550 is a compendium of ideas, a powerhouse of quality which, put together, demonstrate how functional a flying bridge can be, with its stretched-out sporty yacht lines, its modern interiors, smart and very spacious, but then with its well-selected power choice and good performance. By the way, during this test the hull was definitely not clean. Maximum speed for the Ferretti 550 is a good 30 knots, so I don't think you are missing anything.